Hey everyone, welcome back. Is Jojo with
And Shruti, what's up, Joe?
what's up? What's up? Are you excited? Young stutters are back.
Yeah. And together
All
for a
three of
change.
them. Oh
All three
yeah.
of them, in fact. Yeah.
Yes. And with a video for a change. So
Listen,
base
to watch their videos, it's like dimag needs to be turned on to like 150. नहीं तो बहुत सारी चीजें समझ नहीं आती हैं.
yeah.
Which I'm okay with, yeah. Because
Yeah.
अगर if past record is anything to go by, we're probably going
Then
to be seeing it 3-4 times. So it's okay.
yeah, exactly. But so they dropped this on the last day of the year, I think. 31st go. So another year-end present. Very sweet.
Cool.
It's called Benz in both the Talhas and Jokhay. Let's do it.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, play.
Cruising in a Benz, I got everything I need. गाने सारे ट्रेंड करे क्या मैं अलादीन. छोड़े अंडरग्राउंड को मिलाया मेनस्ट्रीम. सबसे अलग साउंड मेरा सबसे बड़ी टीम. Cruising in a Benz, I got everything I need. गाने सारे ट्रेंड करे क्या मैं अलादीन. छोड़े अंडरग्राउंड को मिलाया मेनस्ट्रीम. सबसे बड़ा साउंड मेरी सबसे बड़ी टीम. Drip heavy, Johnny, you know mera scene tight. Trip heavy, I'm hallucinating meanwhile. I can always make a million when I feel like. I don't like to drink, but मेरी drink का है. कैसे बयान करें खुद को क्या ज़बान गए. कैसे मुकाम पर वो दिलों को मकान गए. लोगों के लिए जीना तो आसान करें. Yeah, आसान करें. Baby, you know all my secrets. You're so toxic that I need a reset. Always fly like a G6. She wanna party every weekend. Cruising in a Benz, I got everything I need. गाने सारे ट्रेंड करे क्या मैं अलादीन. छोड़े अंडरग्राउंड को मिलाया मेनस्ट्रीम. सबसे अलग साउंड मेरा सबसे बड़ी टीम. Cruising in a Benz, I got everything I need. गाने सारे ट्रेंड करे क्या मैं अलादीन. छोड़े अंडरग्राउंड को मिलाया मेनस्ट्रीम. सबसे बड़ा साउंड मेरी सबसे बड़ी टीम.
Words so addictive है कलम में अफीम. मौत बर हक है, still gotta keep the thing. शहर पूरा kingdom है, rolling like a king. भाई करे शाइन, मेरी chains करें bling. जोखे अभी साथ है पर लाइफ हो गई change. साउथ बैठे नॉर्थ को हिला दें देखो रेंज. आज भी तो माँ नजर उतारे जब भी हम सफर पे जा रहे. उसको खबर कितने खार खा रहे on the low low. सालों साल से हैं साथ यही दो लोग. रियल टॉक मेरी जान बातें दो टोक. विप और कुत्ते दोनों जर्मन like I'm in the war zone. फिर भी chill while I fire up my spliff.
Cruising in a Benz, I got everything I need. गाने सारे ट्रेंड करें क्या मैं अलादीन. छोड़े अंडरग्राउंड को मिलाया मेनस्ट्रीम. सबसे अलग साउंड मेरा सबसे बड़ी टीम. Cruising in a Benz, I got everything I need. गाने सारे ट्रेंड करें क्या मैं अलादीन. छोड़े अंडरग्राउंड को मिलाया मेनस्ट्रीम. सबसे बड़ा साउंड मेरी सबसे बड़ी टीम. बेकरारी जब भी गाने फेंकूं freestyle. Fuck a party in a minute, got a G-side. मेरी कहानी अलग, always need some me time. I've been losing all my brothers in a street fight. जिंदगी एक loop और हम भागे इसी loop में. निशाने नहीं चूकते तो बदले हमने रूप. ये शायरी माशूक बनी, जोड़ेंगे सब टूट के. भारी है वजूद मेरा, बादलों से पूछ ले. Bags full, need a team to count. New whip for my dad, new bank account. Same hood, same beef, same tunes to bounce. वही यार अलग strange आना ounce ounce. Cruising in a Benz, I got everything I need. गाने सारे ट्रेंड करें क्या मैं अलादीन. छोड़े अंडरग्राउंड को मिलाया मेनस्ट्रीम. सबसे अलग साउंड मेरा सबसे बड़ी टीम. Cruising in a Benz, I got everything I need. गाने सारे ट्रेंड करें क्या मैं अलादीन. छोड़े अंडरग्राउंड को मिलाया मेनस्ट्रीम. सबसे बड़ा साउंड मेरी सबसे बड़ी टीम.
Wow, that's genuinely a very very lambi chodi list of a team.
Yeah.
The team list
But
is still going
nice.
on.
Nice.
Wow.
Now full like credits are there. I like it.
Oof.
The doggy, I like. German Shepherds are my favorite.
I
also.
wonder. I used to have a German Shepherd. I wonder how long it would have taken them to get that one last shot. Although German Shepherds give that look very often, but वो last वाला जो था ना, where they had the angle proper and suddenly went. Like,
yeah,
you know,
because there has to be something in front of them that he's getting aggressive.
Yeah,
Which
yeah.
so they must have done.
Oh man, where to begin?
I don't
Oof.
know. Oof.
So I must say this. I am I'm recovering. Now I have to mention it. I had thought not to, but my reaction will not be equal to what I'm feeling.
Yeah.
So it's important to first put that out there.
Yeah, you
I'm
should.
recovering from a tooth extraction. So because of that, I'm like, sab kuch aise, everything is swollen up. Everything is little
Full
like
straight face is happening.
If-
Bola cannot express her emotions.
If
But
I
she's
do,
feeling-
it's like
she's feeling them.
अंदर से चमाटे पड़ते हैं. Like my tooth is
Oh,
almost like,
so sad.
excuse me. Yeah, like shooting pains happen if I express too much. So I have to like thoda sa sanyam.
Ah.
Maybe it's a lesson for 2023. You never know. But
Hmm.
just saying. So
Control yourself then.
yes, to
Don't
mind
feel
my
pain.
expressions exactly. But now coming to this song.
Huh.
First of all, though, that mumble rap beginning.
Yeah, I
that
was like, what?
I
Is this-
loved it. I loved it. And
That's the way
it was
he did it.
it was so obvious that it was deliberate
Yeah,
because
yeah,
every time it happened, it was the way, that smoothness, that words mixing into each other and in his voice
Just that
and the way
laziness, like, ye to bas. I've just
was
woken up and I'm just saying my verse on the mic, like,
and
ease.
that beat, like, it had that rhythmic pattern to it where on top of it, the way it said, gaane sare mere trend kare kya main Aladdin, yes you are, yes you guys are, like just take it from us, like yes. And then with that beat, with that, that whole groovy feel that was going on, main beech mein itna beh gayi that I was so going with it. And suddenly, this realization happened where I was like, aaj tak inke jitne gaane baki sare bante the, kahin na kahin jaake, koi na koi, if not a verse, even if 2 lines, they would always mention about their struggle, how they have grown, where they've come from, how they have struggled and made it big, and how there are others, and despite that and all that. This is a 100% track where they're talking about they have done that in the past as well. I'm not saying that they haven't done this ever before. They have, but it's been a mixed bag. This one, there was not even one line talking about the past. It was all about current reality where they have. Yeah, but it was all not about the struggle. Even if they were talking about the past, it was about it was about
I come from here, huh?
Because but it wasn't about the sad realities of the past. It was about I've made it big now. Not that I will become big or I am whatever. Now it's I've made it big. I am driving around in my Benz. I am doing this. I am doing this. Everything was very talking about
Present.
how they've made it, accepting that they've made it, and then the whatever cheezein jo rose mein, like one has to like thoda what is it called, like first world problem types, like ab successful ho gaye hain to jo issues aa rahe hain, abhi kya kar rahe hain, abhi karna padta hai ye सब problems ka deal,
abhi traffic mein baithna padta hai
it's like so
in my Benz.
So meaning to say that was kind of with that beat, with the way they were speaking, with the way the whole newness that was there in the feel, definitely that was very refreshing. And that is a huge feat, according to me, like for me to listen to, because they've been at it forever. Kitne gaane ye log drop karte hain, kitne time, like they're just amazing, right? For them to have yet been able to put out a track where who's otherwise been a newbie, but now we've heard like a lot of their stuff, can still say, wow, so refreshing. I think that's huge, man. Like for us to find their work refreshing still is like, boss, hats off to you. So that's just these two just never disappoint. They're just amazing. All three of them actually. And I like how they're giving like shout outs to each other and they're doing all that in the video also. So that was also really good. So basically there were so many points that were like kind of, I was like, I must talk about this. I must talk about this.
Yeah,
and then I was like,
okay,
lot. But 100 baaton ki ek baat. I loved it.
Nothing to not love.
Yeah.
Full joy has happened. The thing is, like, they're these kind of tracks. First of all, let me just say, Jokhay has taken it. Yes, take it and go. Just like I cannot. Just the music, the mixing in the end, that effects. I was trying to focus and listen. Ye kya hai? It almost sounded like aap koi farsh pe, like you're like that sound that comes when you're clean. I don't know.
Scrubbing.
Like, no, you're dragging something along, and that, like, I don't even know what he did there. It was just the sound that I was like, something they've created, but I can't, it's something dragging on the floor, or it's some
like
kind of string rubbing against sound. It was so good. It was just like, whoa, okay. So that whole sound experimentation that was going on in the background also, and of course the strings and like everything that he put in this track, the reason it's so vibey is because of that beat and because of the music, especially the hook part. I was just like, my whole like heart was just like, Jokhay, man, you always win with, especially like, because they've done those vibey tracks like Don't Mind and Why, and you just can't help but move to them.
Yep.
Same zone mein ye gana hai. But just again something different and refreshing, like you said, from them. So it's very like, how do they do it? You know, it's beautiful how they do it, however they do it. That whole bit with so nice that I was surprised Tala Yunus had 2 verses and Anjum had 1.
Yeah.
I thought Anjum would come back after Yunus did his second verse, but anyway, it was just nice. Yunus, when he started, it was first of all, he's so good when he sings and does hooks on tracks. Now we've seen that infinite number of times. So that, and the mumble bit, I was like, is this gonna be in this zone throughout? And then it wasn't, but just like, it was just his face expression and the way he was saying those lines. It was very like, we have arrived. This song is about how we have arrived, and now the minimal effort we're doing, you know. That was the takeaway for me from those zone that he started his verse with. And I got thinking that, why have they dropped this track? Something like this is announcing ki mainstream underground ko milaya mainstream, is because they just won that award, which is apparently a big award there. Like, there's these music awards, I don't know, some brand Lux या कुछ तो भी lifestyle something I saw. उसमें Afsane won the song of the year, dude. Like,
wow.
So it beat like everything else in the country.
Well done.
Yeah. So I saw all those posts with the trophy and everything. And it was literally like, okay, we've arrived. Like, hip hop has arrived in the country. Song of the year, you know. And imagine in a country where so many beautiful songs get created every year. So they beat out everything, and a hip hop track is gone mainstream and won the biggest award. So that's why I feel like, then I was thinking, isliye ye gaane ke ye lines bole ja rahe hain to end the year. Like, we have the 3 of us as young stunners have achieved it. We're here now and we're here to stay. So let's put a stamp on that like, seal the deal, you know?
Yep.
Hence that hooked line, and hence the whole, like, this is where we come from. The people who hadn't heard of us before Afsane came out and who don't know our journey, uske thode jhalkis verse mein the. Like, you know, Yunus was saying ki mere dost, like, I've come from a place where they don't survive, or, you know, I've lost a lot of friends along the way, all of that. So we come from this kind of place and this kind of life.
And hum do ikathe start se, that language you said.
And what I loved when Anjum's verse started, I was just like, trust, because Yunus's verse was kind of flexy and kind of like chill, and he was talking about the girl, and then Anjum's verse came in, and he had the standard typical Anjum vibe, which is emotional quotient was still there. You know, the flex was there, but he said, jokhay aaj bhi mere saath hai. And then mera bhai something, and the camera focused on Yunus. And he had another line in there about something, ma, you know, when we leave the house, ma bhi ye bolti hai, you know, that whole bit. So I was like, trust Anjum to add that emotional angle in a flexy vibey track. So that happened, but loved it. And then Yunus coming in with that little extra verse and the ending. It's just, what's not to love? Just vibing. Poor Shruti can't move too much to it, but I'm
going to listen to the song today, the whole day. Like, it's going to happen. It's already going on in my head. Like, you know, I'm like, pura aise background chal raha hai.
The loopiness is there. One thing I must say about the video, though, this was the first time I think we've seen like a standard video from them, and like with branded clothes and a car and like a, you know, a dog, like a scary dog, like that whole flex. We've seen other rappers do videos like this. It's kind of standard MO, right? First time seeing them, there wasn't much to talk about or discuss in the video. I was just hoping I don't see Balenciaga anywhere. I was just like, please don't do not that or any other related brands. But no.
But what was interesting in the video is that they did that one little thing. Like, there were, you know, like low shots where you could see the lights, which is the whole thing about, like, you know, they've reached the stars type of a feel. But there was this part where center mein, there was this patch of like, I wouldn't call it augmented reality. It's like more like stage setup, basically. Stage setup where there was that. Exactly. So they put like grass, like green, whatever. Then there was goat on the side, and then there was picture. So I was just, and then there was this one line of like light to light it up, which was like running through it. And I was like, it's an interesting concept though. They've tried to like add a few elements. They've chosen very specific few elements. Rest of it is all plains. Bilkul center mein wo rakh diya hai. They're also not really on it. You know, they are around it. So almost I was like, okay, when I'm looking at it, I don't want to think, but it's immediately making me notice that, and which is then telling me that maybe this is also deliberate. Everything that one does, right? And especially in the medium of video, where, like you said, that it's a flex track. They're saying that we have arrived now. And when they're doing that thing also, symbolism plays such an important role. And them saying that we are not related to this dunya of, अभी हम बात कर रहे हैं इसके अंदर से घुस के ऑन स्टेज पे बात नहीं कर रहे, हम ऑफ स्टेज से बात कर रहे हैं, we're talking to you. So it's like how when you're showing that this is part of our life, we are good with this, with that, like what that, but at the same time we're outside of that, we're not. So that's what I took out of it. For all you know, they were like, बस ठीक है, सारे जितने elements बीच में डाल दो, हम इसके आसपास करके कुछ कर लेंगे. Like,
No, I think that goat was very intentional, as was the vintage Benz they got, right? They didn't get like a brand new Merc. It was just like old school, classy.
Yeah.
Good vibe. I just like jokhay. Every time he's standing with like his hands in front, posing like this. It's cute. Okay, loved it. Hell's yeah, another winner. So let us know when Mr. Anjum's album is dropping. We've been hearing about it for so long. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it coming? Tell us. Okay, chalo. On that note, we will take your leave. Let me know what else we should get to. Miss Bola is there on Insta at SHRUTI. Send her messages, wish her speedy recoveries and all that.
Thank you already.
Support the channel. Okay, we'll see you next one.
Bye.
Cruising in a Benz, I got everything I need. गाने सारे ट्रेंड करें क्या मैं अलादीन. छोड़े अंडरग्राउंड को मिलाया मेन स्ट्रीम. सबसे अलग साउंड मेरा सबसे बड़ी टीम. Cruising in a Benz, I got everything